All right. So I was talking to a few psychiatrists yesterday, and we went into the domain of the system and how they allocate certain things when it comes to diagnosing people with mental health illnesses. And me personally, as far as when people commit crimes and they're being booked downtown at the jails, I think that we should have a process of scanning their brain, scanning their body. You know, once somebody, for an example, commits a murder and you bring them downtown to get booked in, not only will I take their fingerprints, but I will scan them. I would take blood work from them because we know that parasites can control the brains of human beings, especially the Toxoplasma gondii, when they can mimic neurons, which is the manifestation of thoughts. And if they can mimic your neurons, and this tells you that they can do other things too, as far as create your reality and different perceptions, making you see things that's not there. It's because when a person is negative, their body builds up a chemical in the brain which actually allows a parasite to be able to relocate and lay infections in the central nervous system. And once they get to the central nervous system and compromise the central nervous system, this is when they can control the motor skills of the person that they are taking up, their host. All right. So I found a lot of things, and in my book that'll be coming out soon, I found that parasitic infections is what actually controls a person. When the parasite infects you, they take on your mental capacity, right? And the parasite's proteins, they carry proteins, can actually be injected into animals. Parasite proteins is what causes infections. So I know that parasite proteins is in animals, which I'm gonna prove in the video. And if the infections is what gives them leeway to be able to control you mentally, right? Can infections be injected into animals? Are they processing animals with proteins from parasites, which is causing infections in the food? We're gonna find out in this video. Not only that, but parasites inside of your body can give off a pheromone through your skin tissue to call in mosquitoes to transfer them from your body to another person's body. So when a parasite is in your skin tissue and they send out pheromones, right? This pheromone will attract mosquitoes to come and pick them up, to pull them out of your skin tissue, to transfer them into another person. Also, parasites use mosquitoes to be transferred into other hosts. So when they are landing on you and they are biting you, they are actually dropping off parasites into your body. Again, they are over 55 million years old, if not older. And these parasites can sense things in your environment and they can call them to your body, such as bees, right? Mosquitoes. They can let off pheromones to people in your vicinity or your surroundings to make that person become sexually attracted to you. So that way you will have sex with that person. So you could transfer the parasite from yourself to that person. But let's get into the video. There's a lot to cover. And it says, yes, parasite proteins play a crucial role in causing infections. And it goes on to say, yes, parasite proteins are indeed found in animals. Now let's get on to the good stuff. It says, there are parasites that can affect human behavior and perception, sometimes leading to changes that might be interpreted as seeing things in other people. So let's look at cases where people murder people, right? Are they seeing things in these people that they're murdering, right? These parasites is tricking their perception. Could that be a potential causation of these murder cases that we're seeing out here? Just think. Moving on, and it says, yes, parasites can have a significant impact on how an individual perceives reality and behaves. And it says, the parasite Toxoplasma gondii, which causes toxoplasmosis, has been linked to behavioral changes in humans, including altered perception and, in some cases, symptoms like delusions and hallucinations, which could be interpreted as seeing things in others. Let's go on, and it says, parasites can have various effects on human perception and behavior, sometimes leading to the belief of seeing things that aren't actually there or perceiving things differently. This one right here says, yes, some parasites can manipulate their host behavior in ways that indirectly cause harm to other individuals. This manipulation can involve changes in the host or person's behavior that increase the parasite's chances of transmission, even if it means the host or person faces greater risk or causes harm to others. So the parasite actually benefit off you harming somebody else, because through your aggression, they can cycle through infections and move out of their body through the skin tissue. And it says, in essence, the parasite is capable of influencing the host body chemistry to create a perfume that lures mosquitoes, thus increasing the likelihood of the parasite to complete its life cycle. Remember, I was telling y'all that these parasites sit inside of the skin tissue, and they let out pheromones or, perfume-like substances to call in insects, which can transfer them from one host to another. And last but not least, it says, in summary, mosquitoes play a critical role in the transmission of many parasitic diseases by biting infected hosts and then transmitting the parasites to new hosts. They act as important vectors facilitating the spread of these illnesses. Get your parasite cleanse and your colon cleanse. Do it every 60 to 90 days. Stay clean, stay healthy. I love y'all. Peace.